Hey guys, welcome back again to Rebuild Reality. So yeah, as you can see by the title, stop chasing the feel good, So this is what we're gonna, one of the things we're gonna get into here today. But before I get into that, I just wanted to say to all the people who have been emailing me, asking about the website, I swear to God, any second now, it's all done. There's just like this one thing, this one little glitchy thing I'm trying to sort out. But I swear to God, any second now, that's going to be up. So thank you to all those people who are, who have asked about it and stuff. It's coming up. So chasing the feel good. Well, it's what we do, isn't it? We're always chasing whatever it is. We're going after it, one way or another, whether we're trying to manifest it, where we're trying to learn about all this stuff so we can finally have it, or whether we're going about it in a 3D way. We're always trying to get whatever it is that's the feel good thing for us. Whatever it is that's going to make us feel like, so, it's kind of what we're here for. It's really that's why we have those desires in the first place, because, like I said before, their desires are meant to be fulfilled. They come in, it's one side of the same coin, so that's why we're always, chasing the feel good, all the time. But it becomes this thing where we're chasing that chemical reaction, or we're chasing that dopamine hit, which is really actually what it is if we get down to it, and there's no one that's not doing it. I don't care if you're the head of state or Andrew Tate, everybody's doing it. We're all chasing the feel good thing. But that's where we kind of get turned around, because we keep chasing things, or we're trying to manifest them. And when in manifestation, so much of the time where we believe that we're asking somebody else, even though we know there's nobody out there, even though we hear it a million times that the kingdom of God is within you, kingdom of heaven is within you, and all that stuff, we still get like turned around, but that's the whole thing. Instead of chasing the manifestation, chasing the feel good, instead you do this. You become it. You become the feel good. You're already the feel good thing. I already feel good. I already feel amazing. Then that's the turnaround, because that's what as humans do, right? And in separation and duality here, we're always waiting for the thing before we'll feel good. Then I'll be happy. Then I'll be blissful. Then I'll be peaceful, then I'll be at peace. Then I'll, feel fulfilled when I get it. But it doesn't come from out there, because we're in the mirror. The only time you'll get it is when you become it. Then you will see in your reflection, which is what we're here. That's not what this is. It's a virtual 3D reality that's a projection from you. That's literally what it is. That's why we're in this dream world, because it's a virtual reality world, and it works by you being it, you declaring it, you announcing it, you writing the script, and then it becomes a part of your story. So instead of chasing, like we are forever doing, the feel-good thing, become the feel-good thing. Feel good first, then your reality has to comply. It has to become the same thing. It has to become the feel-good life story, the feel-good world, because you are the feel-good. So it's just going to reflect you. It's going to do exactly what you do. It's going to do what you do. You're going to be the feel-good thing. It's going to be the feel-good thing, because you're not looking for the party. You're not going out there looking for the good time. The party's looking for you. The good time is looking for you. You become the place where everybody and everything wants to go, because you're the feel-good thing. I'm the feel-good thing in the world. I'm where it's at. And then you become where it's at. You become that destination that all the people and things want, because you're the feel-good place. You're the feel-good thing. So it's that turnaround. Who are you being? Who are you being? Who are you declaring yourself to be? Are you going to be the one chasing the feel-good thing? Or are you going to be the one who's like, why do I need any of it? I am it. I'm all of it. And that's how it works. When we do that, when we come from like that perspective, then we're on the right track. Then it's working overtime for us. And then after that, it's just, all right. You know that it's going to come. You know that it's going to unfold, and you're just going to sit back and watch. You're just like, this is going to be good, Maybe it'll take an hour. Maybe it'll take a week. Maybe a couple of days. Maybe it's going to take months. A lot of times, often, when we're changing our whole life, it kind of comes up in bits and bits. And then that falls into place. And then that falls into place. And then this thing comes up and that thing comes up, and all these things. It's like this red carpet rolling out before us. You're taking one step at a time, walking into that world, that new reality that's where you belong. Because you're meant to be, we're all meant to be the star of the show. Because you're in your own reality, you're in your own virtual reality. So, of course, you're the star of the show. You're number one. And you always have been number one. You just got, we all get turned around. We start believing in the virtual reality that we're in, as opposed to understanding where that projection's coming from. And it's just coming from here. Because if we look at it logically, the other way just doesn't work. The other way sucks. None of us like doing life the other way. None of us want to do life the other way. People are rebelling against life the other way. Nobody wants to do it anymore, because we're starting to wake up to the fact that we don't have to. That we're not buying into that illusion anymore that, no, you must do this thing, because that's like in life what it is, isn't it? There's like this, there's like this villain out there, or villains, a group of villains, or what have you, depending on who the person is and what you think of the world and reality. We tend to think of it as, there are these people who are forcing us to do these things that we don't want to do, So it's that story, it's that play where we all got the bad guy or bad guys going on, and they're like, ha ha ha, I'm controlling your reality. Well, they're the same ones who are saying that a piece of paper is worth everything. That you gotta wipe yourself out, kill yourself just to get this piece of paper. Or gold, It's like, it's a rock. But someone said, that's the most valuable thing in the world. And we're all, oh my God. And then we kill each other over it. It's a rock. It's an element of the earth. It's not any more or any less valuable than any other element of the earth, than iron ore or quartz granite, It's just that somebody along the way said it. And it's when we agree with it, that's when we get into trouble. So that's why when we agree with the mind, what our egoic mind tells us, or perhaps what other people tell us, then we get into trouble. That's where we get into trouble. We've got that program going on where it's like, oh, you're the person who's, who sucks, or nobody likes, or you never have enough money, or this always happens in your relationship, or jobs are always, treating you like poo, or, whatever. We've all got those personalities of what we think, like I said before, I'm always the last one in line. No matter what checkout I go to, it becomes the one that is, the one that, even though it's going fast, as soon as I get there, the whole thing stops. We have those little stories in our head, instead of flipping it, being like, nope, not no more. I'm the one that always gets in the fastest line. I'm always served first. I'm always served first because I'm the star of the show. I'm number one. I'm the king of the castle. So of course you get served first. And the funny thing is, if you look at it closely, so most people are doing affirmations, or they're doing processes, techniques, and things like this, to let whatever that is out there, whether it's God, it's source, it's, the creator, I don't know. All I know is that something's got what I want, that something can be like, okay, you can have it. You have pleased me enough by doing it right. You figured it out. We all kind of have that thing in the back of our heads where we look at it like that. That's why I never like the word manifestation, because it implies that you are trying to make something. You're trying to get something instead of you already got it. You're trying to manifest it. You're trying to bring it into your reality instead of acknowledging that it already is in your reality, which is what gets it. That's what gets it for you. Because otherwise we're in that illusion of separation. And whenever we're in a mindset of separation, you're declaring you're not source, that you are not the creator, that you're not God. Therefore, the thing you want doesn't belong to you. Therefore, all that stuff you want doesn't belong to you, because you just said, I am in duality. I am in a state of separation. I don't recognize myself as a creator of all things, as source. I don't recognize myself as that. That's why I'm asking somebody something out there. Otherwise, there's no need to do like robotic affirmations, and I know that they've worked for some people and stuff sometimes, but that's more of because you get to that point where you think, I must have done enough. I must have done enough. Come on, 16 hours, that has to be enough. Nonstop, 16 hours, you're convincing yourself that it's enough. And then it happens because you've convinced yourself. That's why these things work for people, because they've finally convinced themselves, that they can have it. It's like, I finally did enough. I'm finally good enough, to finally get it. So we don't want to we don't want to see ourselves as being separate. So whenever you're trying to manifest or you're doing affirmations and stuff, it's like, that's fine. You can do an affirmation, whatever. If you're putting yourself in that mindset, and you need to practice that mindset of, yeah, I am the one. I am it. I'm it, baby. Oh boy, am I it. I am the best thing ever. King of the world, Lord of the castle, all of it. It's me. Everybody wants me. Everything wants me. I'm the star of the show. I'm number one. I get it all. I get it all. If you need to do that to convince yourself, to shift yourself out of this state of, oh my God, all this, I'm always the one who doesn't get what I want, or this always happens to me, or that always happens to me. So focusing on that, shifting yourself to be like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I am not going to play that game anymore. I'm the one who I get what I want. So if you're like, oh yeah, this is going to happen. This is going to happen because that's who I am now. I don't care. I could care freaking less what my mind says. I don't care. I don't give one damn about what my mind says. I'm it. And no one, not my mind or anybody else, is ever going to tell me I'm not. Now you're talking. If you need to build yourself up like that, go for it. Because a lot of people do, because we're coming from a place of where there is that sense of, I'm so not that. I'm the one that my life is never what I want it to be, So we're coming from such a negative to a positive. Sometimes you got to pull back hard on the stick, to convince yourself, because that's all it is. It's just convincing yourself. So you can do that. If you need convincing, if you need to kind of pump yourself up, go for it. Totally go for it. No problem with that. But if you're ready for it, or you need to get yourself ready for it, then get ready for it. Be like, the way it is. I am the feel good. I'm the feel good. I'm the feel good place. I'm the place where party happens. You know, I am the party. I am the party. I am the best place. Everything comes to me. Everything wants me. You know, you're like, you're solid in that I am. I get it. I get it. I get it. And then you start proving it to yourself. Stuff starts to happen. Things start to shift. Stuff starts to show up. And it's like a red carpet being rolled out for you. Like one thing happens, then another thing happens, then another thing. And you're just kind of walking along as all these things, like it's just being laid out for you. But you're like, yeah, you're darn right, I get what I want, because you understand you're in a virtual reality here, that it's a hallucination and it's literally not real. You know, we've gone into that before, and I want to go into more of that and some videos I'm going to be putting out about how this is scientifically true, that you are in a virtual reality. And certainly if you start to look it up, you're going to start to see, are we imagining our reality? Are we in a virtual reality? You know, this and that. How much of reality do we see? How much of reality do our senses actually correctly interpret? And you're going to see that there's this huge shift of, maybe consciousness is kind of important. Maybe consciousness was there to begin with. Maybe it's a part of the fabric of the universe. It's actually all of it. It's not a part of it. It is it, you know, because it's funny because there's a lot of people like Max Planck, the inventor of quantum physics, that have known that. He knew that in the 1800s, that consciousness creates matter. Consciousness directs matter. Consciousness tells matter what to do, not the other way around. That's why you want to be in the driver's seat. You want to be that feel-good place where everything is coming to you, because everything belongs to you. So you're not in that mindset where you're like, I need to get what I want to come to me. You're in the mindset of, I am the one. It's my place, it's my palace, it's my kingdom. It's here in my kingdom. Maybe I'm not aware of it, maybe I don't see it right now, but it's here because everything here in this kingdom belongs to me. And it does, because you're the feel-good place. You're the place where it all happens, because you're the one. You are literally the star of the show. And that's how you got to look at yourself, as the star of the show, that you're whatever thing you can think of that rocks your boat, you know, whether you want to be the princess or the prince or the king or the queen or the, you know, whatever role you want to play, if you want to play a role, or you can just be the one and only creator of it all. You can pull yourself completely out of duality, out of any kind of role in the play, and be like, no, I am the one. I am the creator in the flesh. Because you are. That's the truth. That is the truth. You want to go all the way? That's the truth. You are the creator. You are source. You are God. You are all of that. Whatever label you want to put on it, you are that. And you created this virtual reality so you can go and have some fun. Now that turns things around, and that makes life worth living. When you come from that perspective, when we come from that kind of mindset where we're like, you are the one. Because you got to declare it. You got to accept it. And then you know it. You stand in it. I don't care what's going on. Don't care. Don't care. You know, that's what Neville Goddard always said. Don't care. Don't care what people say. I don't care. Because he knew that that had nothing to do with his personal reality, that he could create absolutely anything. And he was right. So I hope that that's given you guys a good perspective on some of that. I hope that it helps. And yeah, I got some really fun things coming up. I'm really excited to share them with you guys and to be here with you. So I look forward to seeing you here next time on Rebuild Reality.